How we doing? How we doing? Today is Wednesday, the 18th of September 2024, doing a real estate tap-in with you. So, I had someone ask me about equity yesterday, and what should they do? They were thinking about potentially taking out equity or refinancing to do repair on the house. And my answer was, I would only recommend or suggest someone do that if they're going to repair the house to then sell it. The reason being is because if you do refinance and get the money, that money is not going to, actually grow for you. It's just going to be something that gets added on to your monthly payment that needs to get repaid. Now, you might want to do that. Let's just say if the house is paid off and, all you're paying is the taxes and insurance, and, you can afford to, make that additional payment and then fix up the house because you're going to live in it. Maybe you inherited it or whatever the case may be. Or you've lived in it in a long time and, paid it off, and, you've decided that this is, where I'm going to spend my final days. Then you may want to do it in that instance because, you'll most likely have a considerable amount of equity still in your property, even if you refinance. And like I said, if you can afford it. But most of the time, you don't want to, refinance to do a repair unless it's something that's absolutely necessary. You got a hole in your roof, a significant issue where you have to take care of it, then you just may be forced into doing it. But, my suggestion is that anyone who has equity, you have to take your equity and look to put it in something that's going to grow the money. Because most likely if you're going to put it in a CD or in a bank or, in some type of vehicle like that, you're going to get very minimal return on the money, if any at all. And that's the great thing about seller financing and notes. Let's say you did refinance and took some money out. Let's just say you took out $50,000 and you did a repair on your house for anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000. You did a bathroom or two, or maybe you did the kitchen or something like that. You could then take the balance of that money and then look to invest it in a real estate note that could get you 7, 8, 9% return on your money and an additional income stream coming in, if you do something like that. And right now, with a lot of people sitting on a lot of equity, that may be something that you want to do. Now, obviously, you'd have to see what the rate is on your refinance, and you're pulling the money out. Are you getting it at 7%, 8%? Whatever you're getting it at, or whatever they're presenting to you, you just want to make sure that whatever you use it to invest in returns a higher rate of return, so you're making money on that. And you can do that with real estate notes. I mean, you can sometimes find double-digit returns, over 10%. It just depends on the actual note that comes to you. So just thought that I would address that because, like I said, someone reached out to me in regards to refinancing, and you just have to, we have to be smart when we refinance, and take money out of a property that, we've worked hard to build equity in. You want to make sure that, that money is continuing to work for you when you pull it out. And, one way to do that is buying a real estate note, or if you sell a house on terms or with seller financing, you can use that equity in the property to leverage, in another deal, another type of situation where you can get a solid return, on that money. And then if you do seller financing on the house, you charge a certain amount of interest to the potential buyer. So your money is actually growing, the remaining balance. You would really need to look at a amortization schedule. Look at, if I did create this payment for this person at 6 or 7% interest, or higher. And a lot of times when we write notes, what am I going to make over the next 5-10 years? So your equity is actually growing at that percentage rate that you write that note at. Somebody will give you a down payment, so that's money now, and you create the note that's for the next maybe 180 months or 360 months in a lot of instances, at a certain rate, certain percentage rate. And that is how your money is growing at that potential rate over time, because there's going to be a payout later on in the future. So you get money now, you also get monthly income, and then you're still owed a significant balance in the future. So that's why a lot of people choose seller financing, because I don't have anything to do with $150,000 of equity right now, or $200,000. I don't have another investment to put it in. I don't have a place for the money to go right now. But maybe if I get $25,000 or $50,000 now, and that remaining $100,000 of equity that I have, or $150,000, can grow at 7-8% interest over time, a lot of times that makes more sense. Makes better financial sense, and just works out better for you. Get you what you need now. You get monthly income, so that adds to maybe reducing what goes out every month in terms of your bills. And then in the future, when you do need a maybe 6 figures or more, or whatever that equity was, you can get it at that particular time. So this is why a lot of people choose that route. So think about it. And if you have any questions, my contact information is attached, and we can talk a little bit further. All right, everyone, have a great day. Talk to you soon.